Just to be clear from the start, this is a garbanzo bean or chickpea pasta recipe, not pasta made from garbanzo beans or chickpea. It serves as a great protein source, an alternative to animal based protein, in case you're tired of consuming all the chicken breast all the time. Now that the chopping board and the chopper is here, we can start with the celery. Get rid of the ends, the root, the white part, and the top if it's brown. Cut the celery into a rough chop. Your chopper will do the rest. It's important that you know the extent and the power of your chopper, or it will struggle. Know the power of your chopper, as I came to learn when I started chopping the carrot. You can always use the celery leaves. If you don't have an electric chopper, that's fine. Just chop it as finely as possible. Let's get some carrots. In case you are wondering, we don't need to wash the pot, since we're gonna cook the celery and the carrots together. Cut the ends of the carrot and chop them into small pieces. And in case you like to use a knife for the chop them into a julienne cut. That's what I mean, know the limit of your machine. My chopper got stuck, so I had to remove a few of the carrots and chop a few bits together. We solved this problem by reducing the amount of carrots in the chopper. Cut your yellow onions into halves and then into quarters, and put them immediately into the food processor. Knife folks, cut your onions into a minced. Don't worry about this color. This is the result of mixing the carrots, the celery, and the onion mixture. And now we can remove the food processor. The final chop will be garlic. Get a few cloves of garlic. Using the knife, Chop them as small as possible. In case you are wondering about the quantities of vegetables we used in this recipe, we went for about a pound each, which is about half a kilo. Except for the garlics, we used 5 cloves. Time to head to the stove. Get your pot, I'm using the Dutch oven, heat it up, then add in your unsalted butter. We added a whole stick of butter, which is about 100 grams. Then add in your minced vegetables, except the garlic. Mix everything up. Don't worry if there is a few whole pieces of vegetables, like an onion or a carrot. If it's bite size, it should be okay. Continue stirring and mixing until the mixture dries up and it's no longer liquidy. Add in some salt. After about 10 minutes of cooking, add in your chopped garlic. Stir that in. Immediately afterward, add in your tomato paste. Cook your tomato paste for about 5 minutes. We added about 5 ounces of tomato paste, which is about 135 grams. Once our tomato paste is cooked, it's time to add in some non-alcoholic wine, about a full glass. Cook that through for about 5 minutes. Then add in your passata sauce. Stir that in. See if the sauce is okay and it's not too thick. You can definitely thin it out by adding some water if you like. I didn't, so I'll leave it up to you. Just before covering, which I forgot to do, add in some bay leaves. Leave your pasta sauce to simmer on low heat for about 15 minutes, which is more than enough time for us to cook the pasta. Heat up your water. I'm using an electric kettle to warm up the water. Don't forget to add in some salt. Once your water is boiling, you can add in your pasta of choice. I'm using a variety called d'Italia 61, about a pound worth, which is about half a kilo. Stir that in so it doesn't stick together. Then, very importantly, cook your pasta to al dente, not all the way through, because we will continue to cook it all the way through with the pasta sauce. Let's get back to our tomato sauce. Turn off the heat of your pasta sauce, then add in your chickpeas or your garbanzo beans. 2 full cans, a total of about a pound, which is about 450 grams. Since we are working with canned chickpeas and they are already cooked, no need for any extra cooking. Just add them in and turn off the heat. And let's bring everything together with the pasta. Here, at this stage, there is no heat involved. Just take out your pasta and add it to the sauce. In case you are wondering how I plan to thin out the sauce, this is how I do it in this stage of the cooking process, by adding the pasta water. And we are still, no heat is involved. Mixing the pasta and the sauce together until the sauce is covered completely. And then, and only then, turn on your heat. Cover and let it cook until the pasta is done. Then, turn off the heat and let's serve. I feel like this dish should be served in a bowl with a spoon, just like a soup. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions or comment, please feel free to leave them below. If you like this video, please consider giving us a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and sharing the videos with your friends who like vegetarian food. See you on the next video.